Hey guys, welcome to the next section entitled Full Throttle. So, this section is all about developing your talent. And this section is very important because once you hire your employees, you want to help them reach their full potential. This section is going to help you do that. It's basically about you as a company, how you begin to build knowledge, skills, and abilities of your staff and help them develop and reach their potential, their full potential. Now, why do you want to do that? And why would you care? So, as a business, when you're hiring someone, you see that diamond in the rough, which is really what you're looking for. You're looking for someone that you can see growing in a position and perhaps taking the position to the next level. There needs to be something that you can develop, that you see that they want more, that you can help them reach that next goal they have for themselves within that position. So, the first way you're going to be able to do that is develop some critical thinking skills among your staff. And we actually have a whole article developed to the critical thinking skills in this section, but we also have partnered with an critical thinking expert. And what this means is he basically will come out and teach your staff how to develop critical thinking skills, which are so important and is so underestimated in the business world. So, what you want is employees that are able to think for themselves. They're able to think and develop ideas of their own and come up with their own solution. And why do we want that? So basically, instead of coming to you with a problem, employees begin to come to you with innovative solutions. They're the ones that are working in that position. They're the ones who can probably think of a great idea to fix that, but they've never been really taught how to do that, or if it's even okay to come to you with ideas. So when you develop these critical thinking skills within your staff, they're able to break down a problem, see where the weaknesses are, and they're able to come to you with a possible solution. Not only are they coming to you to tell you there's a weakness, there's an opportunity for improvement, but they give you a solution as well. So this is a great tool to have, and you really should think about developing in your current staff if you have a current staff. Next is our training programs. Training programs such as the last section of the business development is entitled 5 Phases. That is MPC's on development plan. So basically, it teaches you which phase your employees in and how to use them so that they are happy and that you're happy with their performance. Next, we have the employee programs, which are things such as perks and benefits. We have a whole list of these in the PowerPoint. Then we have innovation or incentive programs, which we often see these in more of a sales type atmosphere, but these can be used in anything from a call center to medical to customer service. You name it, it can be used in that. Incentives such as maybe a $20 gift certificate or just a cake and ice cream day for the best performing team, or the best performing team gets to pick what they're having. So incentive programs are important for your establishment because they can actually institute a sense of teamwork. So if you pit one team against another, they want to win. So that competitive spirit comes out, and they begin to help each other as a team, and they want to reach that goal. And then after one team wins, then you want a rematch, and it just has everybody sort of working a little bit harder than they normally would, because there's a prize behind it. And sometimes it's just the prize of winning. So think about different incentive programs that you may want to institute. And as I mentioned earlier, the cake and ice cream one I've actually seen done. It's where they put two teams together, or excuse me, they pit two teams against each other, and the winning team gets to actually choose what type of food the company will provide. So actually everybody wins because everybody's eating, but the team gets to actually decide what they're having. The team that wins gets to decide what they're having. So that's a great one where no one feels like they're left out, but the winning team definitely has an advantage. So next is shadowing programs. Our shadowing programs, we have a whole article on how to develop a shadowing program. The one thing I want to say that's advantageous about a shadowing program is that a lot of times the grass looks greener on the other side. So if you actually have a shadowing program in place, you can allow an employee that believes they may want that position able to shadow someone else, and they can make a decision whether that's something they actually want to obtain or not. It will save you a lot of time and trouble if an employee is able to do some type of shadowing before making a big move. Then the next thing that we have are growth pathways. Growth pathways, this is something actually Chick-fil-A institutes in their stores. They have directly laid out pathways. If you want to become a leader, a supervisor, or whatever it may be, you have direct pathways laid out for your employees so they know exactly what it takes to get there, to reach their goals. It's no guesswork. No one's saying, well, I wonder why I didn't get that position. Well, you know why, because you didn't do A, B, and C. But you know how to get it, then you are able to check off, I've done A, I've done B, I've done C. So now I'm ready to be in this next position. So I would definitely say growth pathways not only encourage people to move up, but they give them a direct strategy how to move up. So now we've went over the PowerPoint. Let's go over some of the articles that are in this section. The first article is what type of leader are you? So this gives 5 distinct leadership types. So knowing your leadership style and knowing your leaders' styles is going to help you when you have any type of development or any type of areas for improvement. Then you know how to approach them and how to develop their leadership style. Next is the Simple 5. And this is just a really 5 steps of simple employee development plan. So this is just sort of a map that lays out how to get from A to B. Protect your best investment from walking out the door. That is the following article. And it just basically tells you how to keep your employees, how to keep them. And it's, again, building on your sense of company culture. The last thing you want to do is put this time, effort, and money into an employee and have them take all of your developing to your competitor. So you definitely want to protect the leaders that you're developing from going to your competitors, and that article tells you how. And so the next one is a very lengthy article, but it's from the National Human Services Assembly, and it's on retaining and developing high potential talent. It hits on a lot of things that we had on the previous section, but it is definitely worth reading because it takes the onboarding session and it just takes it to the next step. The article after that is 7 ways to improve employee development. Simple ways, innovative ways to improve your employee development plans. And then, as I mentioned earlier, the next one is a job shadowing. It's just an overview. It tells you how to institute a job shadowing program and how to make it successful. The next article is, again, something that I mentioned earlier. It's about why critical thinking skills are important in the workplace. Now, this basically breaks down what are critical thinking skills, how to think critically, and why it's important. So that is a very useful article. The last 2 articles of this section, since I'm Six Sigma certified, I love the Six Sigma process for any type of process management and process development. So in this section, I wanted to include something that had the Six Sigma processes in it so that you could critically look at a process, break it down, figure out where the weaknesses are and how to fix it. And if you can develop some of your staff members, your leaders, to think in a Six Sigma way, then they're able to break down the processes as well and see if they can improve on these processes. Even if it's not not broke, some processes can be improved on to outdo your competitor. So that's something definitely think about. The first one we have is integrating business process management with Six Sigma. And the one after that is 5 important Lean Six Sigma tools. So this is basically just 5 tools that tell you how to use Six Sigma. So you definitely want to read these 2 articles. So it teaches you how to break down your processes and solve them the Six Sigma way, which I of course like since I'm Six Sigma certified. So this section, it again is all about developing your staff and helping your staff not only reach their potential, but you as a company are able to reach your potential because of your staff. So don't ever forget, your employees are your most important asset. So make sure you're taking advantage of their full potential. Grow them, nurture them. Give them what they need so they're able to give you what you need in your company. And I promise together you will definitely reach success.